Okay, I think we're live and ready to roll. Good afternoon, Wellness Warriors. This is Angela Sidlow, and I'm here at Waves of Change Wellness. And I've got the Hansen family with me today. Welcome. And we're going to talk about where does wellness begin? You know, that's been a mission of mine to ask everybody that I come in contact with, where does wellness begin? What does that mean for you? And where does it start? So I found real live people that actually are working on wellness. And the Hansen family is some of my dear friends, and I want them to share their story today. So I'm going to go around. You can introduce yourself, tell me who you are, and we'll go from there.
I'm Margarita Hansen, and I'm just glad to be here and sharing my story on how I've been able to achieve wellness.
All right, thank you.
I'm Maida Hansen, and I'm 17 years old. So.
Great.
I'm Richard Hansen, and I'm 46.
All right.
And I'm Brianna Hansen, and I'm 15.
Okay, and it's wonderful to have such young energy here and be sharing. So I'm going to just ask you, Margarita, can I start with you? And we're going to talk about, where did wellness begin for you? And, maybe a little background of where you were several years ago and what dis-ease may have been present for you and how you've really started to overcome that.
Yeah. Well, I've started to, when I started seeking wellness was at the age of 32, and I'm 38 now, when I developed epilepsy. And that really changed my life forever. And there was a lot of struggle going on for several years with my epilepsy because of not having the medical attention that I needed, and also when I did seek medical attention, not having a good doctor, over-medicated, not eating healthy. Just really, it was just a difficult time in my life, but I have achieved wellness and will continue down the path of achieving wellness through, I changed my eating lifestyle. I've introduced exercise into my lifestyle, such as, Tai Chi, Qigong, yoga, and walking. And I basically, I also am a person who uses medical cannabis for the treatment of my epilepsy, and have noticed just tremendous changes in my just in my seizure activity alone by just eating the things that I eat. And I have truly minimized it to where I honestly forget that I have epilepsy. I mean, I actually don't see myself as a person with epilepsy because of how I'm able to manage my seizures and just how I manage everyday life. And I truly live life now, and just really looking forward to this journey of wellness, to really just gain my optimal health, what it means to me to be truly healthy.
And I think you hit on something there, what it means to you, that you're not identified by the epilepsy now, that you have some more freedoms and you can really explore things that you hadn't been able to explore before. That's awesome. Thank you. Richard, how about you? What's your story?
What started a long time ago. I was diagnosed very early on as having mental illness, and it's been a life lived on medications and gaining weight, and just all the side effects on depending on Western medicine to provide the answers. The journey started about the same time Margarita's did. Maybe it was her adult onset epilepsy that encouraged me to kind of look at my own life and see where I was headed. And clearly having two children and wanting to see grandchildren, and knowing that at 350 pounds and on the medications I was on, not really able to get out of bed, this is no way to live. So it really just became about, yes, collectively us changing the way that we eat, changing the way that we engage in life, and in particular, with me as well. I have smoked cannabis my whole life, but now there's been a movement more towards cannabis products made out of cannabis. The goal is not necessarily to get you high, but to achieve wellness through this incredible plant. So really, kind of getting busy in the lab figuring out how we can make this plant work for us better. So 2.5 years ago I was 350 pounds and really was limited in what I could do, couldn't play with the children, couldn't do much. Now I've lost about 160 pounds. I've had back surgeries and dealt with back problems. Those have pretty much gone away completely now. I'm not really limited in what I can do now, and a lot of that clearly is a result of the diet, having this wonderful family to help me find the inspiration to want to change. So I don't know where we go from here. I'm curious to see where we'll be in another 3-4 years, but so far the changes have been life-saving, to say the least. I get choked up just thinking about where we were and where we've come, and all the beautiful people we met along the way that's made this journey is easy. It hasn't, looking back, when we kind of imagined where we needed to be, it seemed overwhelming. It seemed like a huge mountain. How are we ever going to climb this mountain? But it really hasn't been that difficult. It's been a lot easier than what I ever imagined. And yeah, we're excited. We're excited about continuing down this road and just see where it's going to take us. And most importantly, giving the children a foundation of wellness to begin life with. Maybe if we had wonderful parents who were very loving, but we weren't very well educated on a lot of the things that we're now finding, we're educating ourselves about now. So, this is the greatest gift we give the children, is the things we've uncovered as a result of poor decisions and poor choices in life. So
That's right, and I think it's important that to get the message out that you're doing this as a family, and it's everyone's choice to participate in that. So by making some changes in where you were, what do you think are the most significant changes that you've made in those 2.5 years on this journey, to as far as diet? So what was happening before, what's happening now that's different?
What's happening before is, our eating lifestyle was, just eating regular foods, your meats, processed food, sugars, breads, and just not drinking very much water. And then what has really achieved wellness for me is eating natural growing healthy foods, greens, fruits, whole grains, and drinking a lot of water intake, and limiting the amount of sugars and also oils. I've seen a big difference in doing that, and also doing I drink a veggie juice every 2 to 3 times out of the week, and it's just those things have truly made a difference. Is living on a plant-based lifestyle. Just embracing.
So you're vegan?
Yes.
Okay. So no dairy, no meat products, but you do soy. Is that correct? Okay. And lots of water. Tell me what your veggie juice drink has got in it.
Oh, it's got it's got mixed greens, has bell peppers, carrots, beets, lemons, ginger, and
cilantro,
apples, parsley, cilantro, cucumbers, celery, and
water.
You're making my mouth water.
yeah, just basically all that stuff. And it's very delicious to me, and I think that other people out there, if they were to try this, I think that they would be quite amazed at how good these natural things actually taste.
Right, and don't you find that when you're eating that plant-based diet, and then you have something sweet, maybe that's let's say there was an outing and you had, a sorbet or something, you're like, wow, that is super sweet.
Yes.
Because you've gone more to a natural palate, and that means your taste buds have changed as well. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, Richard, what's your favorite combination of food to eat as a vegan?
Oh, I don't know. I was really passionate about food. That's why I got so heavy. I love food. I mean, and the cliche, every cliche sense of it. I love to eat. I love to eat. So food is really kind of the center of everything. And I don't know. I like so much stuff. I didn't eat. I don't think I've ever had lettuce until literally like the age of 30. I would tell people. Actually, maybe it was later. Actually, it was later in life. Maybe it was 40. I never really had lettuce. I grew up in the South. Meat and potatoes were the staple of our diet. So the idea of eating anything that grew from the ground was just foreign to me. So now it's amazing how much I love vegetables. I absolutely love berries. As Angela said, the palate's been reset now. And so things that I didn't used to get excited about, I get very excited about. There's nothing like fresh berries. I love all salads, greens. I love legumes. We've recently gotten into making our own milks, and that's really exciting. We have a lot of fun making almond milks. We started buying almond milk from the store, and once we did a little research, found out just how many additives are in this to give it that shelf life. So it's a little time consuming, but at the end of the day, I think actually our journey to making, we're really trying to take all processed foods out of our diet, which is a tall order. But making them, it's just still satisfying. And milks in particular, I really love milk. It was difficult to give up dairy, but I'm thankful there were plant-based alternatives because I love milk.
Nice. Okay. Okay, girls. We're going to pull you into the mix here. So I'm going to ask you, being young people, what advice would you give others about choosing good foods to eat? So you have some thoughts about that?
Being aware of what you're putting into your body, because we only get one body. We don't have the option to build another one, so we should really try to keep it as healthy as possible. So in my case, this means doing a plant-based vegan diet. And even if teenagers, they don't really understand it, but I think later in life, and they may develop some problems like diabetes or, and then it's kind of almost, it's never too late to start eating good. But, we're really glad that we're getting such an early start on eating healthy. And some other advice I would give about choosing good foods to eat is, being open-minded and enjoy what you're eating. Don't force yourself to just stop eating bad foods. Take it slowly and cook healthy foods in a flavorful way to make it more enjoyable. And just take it slowly, start introducing healthy foods one by one, so this way it's not so painstaking.
Mm-hmm. So what's your favorite spice?
Any Indian spice. So I really like cumin. I love salt and pepper. I eat that on everything. I could just eat potatoes with salt and pepper. What are some other Indian spices? I love cumin. I love coriander. Curry. Oh yeah, I love curry. That's my favorite.
Curry. Yum. Okay. And do you have anything to share about what's helped you change your eating habits or lifestyle, or just how this works for you as a teenager in the family?
Well, it helps that my sister and my mom cook the dishes, because I think if that wasn't the case, then it would definitely be a lot harder to eat the way that we eat now. Also, just like for me, being open to trying new things, I'm really picky. But then when I try something new, I tend to really like it a lot. And then I kind of get obsessed with it and eat it a lot. So, yeah, and then just taking it one step at a time. Because I know people like to just do things all at once, but if you just take it slowly and try new things and are excited about trying new things and eating differently and feeling the effects of how eating differently affects you, it's really great. You feel better. A lot of times you look better too, because you just look healthier. So that's
Good. I know that it's not just about eating, preparing meals to be healthy. It's more about those primary foods, those relationships. So you're cooking together in the kitchen. You're watching documentaries about eating well, and there's some really good ones out there. So, Richard, do you have a favorite that you like, a documentary that you would recommend?
There's so many. I want to emphasize, if I could, I think that along with eating differently, understanding why we need to eat differently, understanding what's going on with our body. I mean, having the understanding of why we shouldn't eat these foods. Just telling me not to eat a food, I don't care who tells me, a doctor can tell me, it's not going to make any sense to me. When we actually start educating ourselves about food, it's so much easier to find the motivation. Then when you see other people's success stories by changing their diet, very inspirational. As far as the favorite documentary, I don't know. I think it all started with Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead, the Joe Cross story. I don't know that juicing is everything. I think we've kind of graduated from juicing. It was definitely a place to begin. It's a good way to begin the journey. I think juicing by itself can be problematic, but it surely kind of reboots those taste buds and gets you in the mood to begin this journey. Another good documentary, Fed Up. I would be remiss not to mention Forks Over Knives. I don't think veganism is necessarily a prerequisite for being healthy. That would be ridiculous to say, but for us, veganism works. But just understanding, food. The China study by Dr. Joseph Campbell. This is an interesting kind of, it's a fascinating study, just a longitudinal study about the effects of eating meat. So plant-based works for us. It doesn't have to be plant-based ready, but if you're interested in the plant-based, surely Forks Over Knives. The Engine 2, I think I forget the name of the documentary. It's something. It's Engine 2. It's Dr. Esselstyn's son, Rip. He actually goes in a kitchen and they really kind of make comments on what you should and shouldn't have in the kitchen. Really kind of take your hand and lead you through the process of getting started, because it can be overwhelming. It's really overwhelming. Where do you begin? How do you know what's right? Because if you go in the grocery store, it's very misleading. Everything says it's healthy. I mean, a lot of things say they're healthy for you. That doesn't mean they are. So education.
Absolutely, and I think that's so important. And you girls have an opportunity. Health coaches are so needed in this day and age that each one of you, all four of you, you're on that threshold of being those health coaches to help other people as they watch you through your journey to go through this. You have a couple of other things that you like as far as books, movies, those kinds of things. Radical Acceptance by Tara Brach. That's an awesome one. Forks Over Knives also has a cookbook with 300 recipes of plant-based eating. And A Pebble for Your Pocket by that Buddhist monk whose name I can never pronounce.
Thich Nhat Hanh.
Thich Nhat Hanh. Thank you very much. So it's not just about eating it. There's a whole other lot of things that are incorporated into this, mindfulness and a sense of community and caring and compassion. Those are all, and that caring and compassion for your own bodies to want to have that better life through health. So thank you very much, Hansen family, for being here today. I look forward to posting you on the blog and hearing what other people might want to do about their own journey to wellness. Thank you.
Thank you, Angela.
Thank you.